Hi, this is Anthony from Enlightening Animals Resource Center, and I'm recording the part 3 of our Enrichment Day activities. So I'm down in the rehab room, and we've just given the 3 squirrels some sunflower seeds and a pine cone, and they've got some kale in there. So enrichment for these guys at this point is really food related. So they're still nursing, they're still taking formula. Actually, the 2 boys, Ziggy and Ricky, are still taking formula. Nikki, now she's a little older than them and she refuses to take the formula, so she is weaned at this point. And earlier I gave her some time outside of the cage to jump around and climb on me, and we actually put her in the lower cage so she had some time away from the boys just to go crazy, because she's at that stage where she's climbing and wanting to explore things, and she wants out of there and some time to just kind of explore things. But they're getting their enrichment right now, just sharing a bowl of sunflower seeds. And they're being very good with each other. They've been getting a little bit food protective, so sometimes they charge at each other when they have something that's really special. If I give them a peanut or something and they don't want their siblings getting it, so they will charge and chatter a little bit, but nothing too serious. And then over here we have a little bunny that came on Sunday of last week, and it's got a very bad broken bone, a tibia. Unfortunately, we've consulted with every vet, 5 vets in this area, and even the vets way up in Cornell, which is 3.5 hours from here, and they are the expert veterinarians in the state that handle wildlife. And we've had x-rays done, and the break is such that they, even if they pin it, and they can do it at Cornell, they told me, but the outcome is not going to be good no matter what. So they suggested that we euthanize. So unfortunately, that's part of rehabbing, and we're giving special treats today and allowing him to have berries and all kinds of stuff, because tomorrow we will have to say goodbye. Unfortunately, I've been giving pain medicine, but the break is straight through, and after speaking to orthopedic specialist and then speaking to the vets at Cornell, it's the best course of action, because it will have a life of pain and it will never be able to be released, and that's not appropriate for a cottontail. And then we have Daisy here, our adult, who is recovering with a dislocated hip, and we're hoping that in the next 2 weeks, I'm giving her extra time. Cornell was suggesting that we euthanize both of them, but my mentors and a few other veterinarians have said that she may actually still heal. So we're giving her, she's only had 4 weeks of cage rest, and she had a bad wound. The wound is almost healed. The wound is healed, actually. It's scabbed over, so there's only a tiny bit. And so that just happened, so she has no bandage. And it does seem like she is starting to tuck the leg a little bit, which means she may actually pop it back in and be okay. The concern is that if she doesn't, that the ligaments will never heal, and she can't be released as a wild rabbit at that point. And cottontails do not do well in captivity in a cage. So, but we've got 2 weeks to go, so everybody keep your well wishes and energy over for Daisy, that her hip cooperates. And in here, we've got Yui and Louie and Zoe. And of course, and look, Zoe is taking a ride on her brother's back. So she's much younger than them, and she's learning from them. They eat out of a bowl, so today she was licking the bowl, even though she still has to be tube fed. but she sees them doing it, so she tries to do whatever they do. And enrichment for them is just giving them a little bit of extra time outside of the cage to kind of roam around. We're not going to do that now because they just ate. So I'm just going to show you them. And the boys are doing great. They are eating on their own, doing their business on their own. And little Zoe's doing great too. She's gaining weight. She's trying to mimic her foster siblings. And if you remember, these are the guys. So the two boys, they were in their mom's pouch. They were about the size of Zoe when they came in a few weeks ago. And the mother was backed over. Somebody was backing out of their driveway. And they checked, and there were 3 babies. Unfortunately, one of their siblings didn't make it, but these 2 did. And they got them over here, and they've been doing great. And then Zoe was rescued a week or 2 after them. Same kind of situation. Car hit them on the highway. The driver was aware enough to check the mother's belly, and Zoe wasn't attached to the nipples, and so I guess she took Zoe to the car to call a rehabber and find out how to get the other ones out or something like that. And unfortunately, another car came and apparently killed the rest of the babies that were in the mother's pouch. But Zoe is the lone survivor, and she's adapting as an orphan with her foster brothers. So she's going to do great. Okay, and so that's it for our rehab room today. Again, please keep your thoughts and prayers for Daisy over here, that she starts to use that leg and that the hip starts to work correctly. I still have a lot of hope. I can actually see right now that she has the leg tucked, which is better than her splaying it. So we're hoping that she keeps tucking it in and it starts to develop those ligaments. Anyway, that's a quick little recap in the rehab room. The squirrels still doing their thing. Okay, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Real Time Animal Rescue. And this again is Enlightening Animals Resource Center.